Tanzania has been experiencing a steady growth for the last 15 years, I can say. We have been doing very well in that part. And the main drivers of our economy, I can say the main contributor to the GDP has been the service sector, mainly the finance and the service provision in the country. This accounted around 50% of the GDP, and then followed by the agriculture sector, which employs majority of the Tanzania, and which accounts around 26% of GDP, and then the industry sector, which by industry we mean the mining sector together with the manufacturing sector, but then the employment is a bit lower in this sector. Around 5 to 6% of the population are actually employed in this sector. Tanzania at the moment, we have just started to embark our second five-year development plan, and this is seen as a tool to achieve our country development vision 2025, which is advocating for Tanzania to be a semi-industrialized country with a middle income category by 2025. So the main focus of this is actually economic development through industrialization, and the key priority areas for Tanzania at the moment is to develop our leather industry, from leather to leather goods, cotton to cotton product. As you see, Tanzania is also among the countries in Africa that produce highly cotton in Africa. And then pharmaceutical industry, as currently we are importing a lot of pharmaceutical products from abroad, so we want to develop our own pharmaceutical industry in Tanzania. And then promotion of SEZ, the special economic zones, focusing in different aspects, including agriculture. And then lastly, management of urbanization in Tanzania, whereas we see that the rate of urbanization in Tanzania is very, very high, and we are foreseeing by 2040 probably half of the Tanzanians will be living in the urban setting. So there is a need to see how are we going to manage urbanization better, and also as we are industrialized, also for the urban setting to be used as a market for our products as well. Yes, when you look at the economic or development challenges in Tanzania, we can say that poverty is still an issue in Tanzania, much as we have done some progress in recent years. For example, the official statistics, they show a downward trend. Even the MPI, which was using the statistics of 2010, was 64%, and now there is an indication of drop to 47%. So we are doing a tremendous progress towards reducing poverty in the country, but still we still have a long way to go, and much effort are still needed to reduce further and to promote equality within different segments of the population, including women also participation in the development process, improving working condition, across different groups within the societies and so forth. And then another challenge I can say, we see urbanization is an issue, and proper management of urbanization should really start. As Tanzania now is one of the countries that has the highest urbanization growth. I think the statistics of 2015 showed we were among the 6 fastest urbanizing country in the world. So this urbanization can also be taken positive so long as planning for that is being done very early in advance. Another thing is there is also a need to improve further our social service provision. Much has been done, for example, in the education, to provide access to our children to attend school. Enrollment rates have increased, but more efforts are actually needed to ensure that quality of education is improving, and also we move towards more enhancement of the vocational training so that we can accommodate the industrialization process that we are advocating, and our education should be more towards skill-based education system. And also as for the health sector as well, aspects of nutrition are key, as we can see, especially for young children. A larger percentage of our children are still stunned, and so there is a need for pregnant women and mothers and the society, overall, to be educated more on best nutrition practices and provision of support towards that. As I've mentioned, Tanzania now, we are working towards our Vision 2025. And in this vision, we are seeing a better Tanzania, moving towards semi-industrialized country with, improved GDP per capita. We are thinking of achieving at least 3,000 per capita GDP by 2025, but also improvement in peace, stability, access to education, and so forth. And this is not done in isolation, as now also Tanzania is also part in the implementation of the Agenda 2030 through the Sustainable Development Goals. When in implementing the SDGs, poverty is the mother goal, is the first goal, and aspects of inequality, and Tanzania has put that also at the heart of its agenda, as well as the implementation of Agenda 2063, which both agendas, Africa Agenda 2063 and the SDGs, they talk about the improved partnership through, financing development through our own domestic resource mobilization. So Tanzania is also through the process to improve and spearheading our financing of development process through domestic resource mobilization.